What if the Roman Empire never fell? What if Rome never crumbled? What if the greatest empire the world has ever known, the heart of civilization, law and power, continued to thrive for thousands of years? Imagine a reality where the fall of Rome never happened, where its legions still patrol vast borders, and where the world is united under one enduring banner, SPQR. The Roman Empire was once the center of the known world. From the sands of Egypt to the highlands of Britain, from the deserts of Arabia to the forests of Germany, Rome's reach was vast and unchallenged. Its roads connected continents, its armies commanded fear, and its laws shaped civilization itself. Yet by the 5th century, the empire fractured. Corruption, invasions, and overextension tore it apart. The Western Empire collapsed, and Europe plunged into what history remembers as the Dark Ages. But what if that never happened? What if Rome adapted, its leaders wiser, its systems reformed, its people united? What if it survived the crises that shattered it, emerging stronger than ever? Imagine a world where Rome remained the eternal empire. In this timeline, Emperor Constantine's vision of unity succeeds, the capital at Constantinople thrives, and the West remains stable under strong leadership. Instead of decay, Rome evolves, integrating new technologies, ideas, and cultures from the people it once conquered. The empire learns to govern not by fear, but by inclusion. Germanic tribes become Roman citizens. Eastern provinces flourish as centers of trade and knowledge, and the empire stretches peacefully into a new millennium. In this alternate reality, the world of the 21st century looks entirely different. The Roman flag, a golden eagle on crimson, flies across continents. Latin remains the universal language of law, science, and diplomacy. The great cities, Rome, Alexandria, Carthage, Athens, have become mega-cities, connected by vast networks of high-speed roads and maglev trains built upon the bones of ancient Roman engineering. The empire's infrastructure, constantly maintained and expanded, connects billions under one unified civilization. Science flourishes. Without the collapse of learning after Rome's fall, the Dark Ages never happen. Knowledge flows continuously from Greek, Egyptian, and Roman sources into new discoveries. The Renaissance arrives centuries earlier, perhaps in the 9th century instead of the 15th. By the 1600s, this eternal Rome might already reach the stars. Medicine, mathematics, and astronomy advance without interruption. The great minds, Aristarchus, Galen, Hypatia, are not lost to time. The torch of knowledge burns brighter, unbroken by chaos. Religion takes a different path too. Christianity still spreads, but under Rome's guidance, it evolves into a unified spiritual philosophy rather than a divisive force. Pagan traditions blend with monotheism, forming a tolerant empire that embraces philosophy, science, and faith equally. Instead of crusades and schisms, there is dialogue and synthesis. Imagine temples and churches side by side, marble sanctuaries where science and spirituality coexist under the same divine ideal of reason and harmony. The advantages of this timeline are staggering. There would be no feudal system, no fragmented kingdoms constantly at war, no centuries of ignorance or superstition suppressing discovery. The Roman legal system, based on fairness and logic, would govern all nations equally. Roads, aqueducts, and sanitation, Rome's greatest achievements, would expand globally, eliminating disease and poverty earlier in history. A single currency and common language would unify trade and communication, leading to prosperity across continents. Under this unbroken empire, humanity might reach the modern age 1,000 years earlier. By now, Rome could have colonies on Mars. Its scientists might wield limitless clean energy, and its architects might build floating cities upon the seas. Its citizens would be global, identifying not as French or Egyptian or Spanish, but simply as Romans. The idea of country might not even exist, only the empire, but every utopia hides its shadows. A Rome that never falls might also become a Rome that never changes. Power, when concentrated too long, corrupts absolutely. Without competition or opposition, the empire could stagnate, its rulers becoming godlike figures, unchallenged and untouchable. Individual freedom might fade beneath the weight of imperial order. The Senate could become a hollow symbol, democracy replaced by absolute control. And what of creativity? So much of human art, rebellion and progress was born from struggle. Without collapse, would humanity ever learn resilience? Without the wars and renaissances that followed Rome's fall, would our spirit of innovation burn as brightly? Or would it be dulled by comfort and conformity? The empire's efficiency might come at the cost of individuality. Dissenters, philosophers and rebels might vanish into silence beneath the shadow of the eagle. Ethically, a never-fallen Rome might still enslave. It might still conquer. The empire's appetite for dominance might expand to new worlds, consuming entire species or planets under the banner of civilization. Humanity's drive for unity might also be its most dangerous weapon. An empire with absolute reach could impose its laws and beliefs upon all, extinguishing diversity in the name of order. And what if technology evolved under imperial rule? Imagine Roman AI, cold, logical and absolute, governing cities like modern Caesars. Imagine legions of robotic soldiers enforcing peace across the world. A Pax Romana maintained not by diplomacy, but by surveillance and control. In its quest to avoid chaos, eternal Rome might have created a perfect cage, one that humanity would never escape. Still, the allure of such a world is undeniable. A Rome that never fell means no dark ages, no fragmentation, no centuries lost to ignorance. Humanity could have achieved unity centuries ago. We might be a species defined by reason rather than conflict. The stars might bear Latin names not as distant dreams, but as conquered realities. Perhaps the empire, through wisdom and balance, would learn to evolve, not through conquest, but cooperation. A Rome that transcended empire to become a civilization of enlightenment, reaching beyond borders and even beyond Earth itself. So what do you think? Would an eternal Rome be humanity's greatest triumph or its most beautiful prison? Would we be united in peace and progress or enslaved by the weight of our own perfection? Could an empire truly last forever? Or is collapse a necessary part of evolution? Share your thoughts below. Could you imagine living as a citizen of the eternal empire? In reflecting on this scenario, one truth stands clear. Every rise must eventually face decline, and every collapse births renewal. The fall of Rome, tragic as it was, gave way to the world we know, the cultures, freedoms, and identities that define us. But perhaps, in some distant universe, Rome never fell. Its marble cities still gleam under twin moons, its legions still march among the stars, and its motto, Roma Eterna, still echoes across time. Eternal Rome, eternal humanity. If you enjoyed this exploration, subscribe for more mind-bending what-if scenarios. Comment what alternate histories or lost civilizations you want us to uncover next. Because in exploring the past, we uncover not just what was, but what could have been.